guys, it's me. It has been a couple weeks. Man, has it been some of the most difficult weeks I have ever dealt with. I just took Iroh out for a trail ride. He of course wrapped himself around the tree. But we're kind of practicing standing and being tied up. Yep, he's gonna tie himself up even more in the tree. Gotta go around the other way, bud. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about how I've been dealing with Riva's passing. The short answer is not really dealing with it really well. I've never experienced just so much hopelessness and dread before in my life. I've never been so depressed. I'll talk about it more in a bit. It looks like Iroh wants to start heading back now, but what a few couple weeks it's been. Hey guys, Appa and I are here to just give you a bit of a life update because my last couple clips that I filmed with Iroh were just a fail. He did not want to stand still. He really doesn't like being in that part of the woods, so rather than forcing him to stay there while I chatted with you guys, I figured I would just do it at home. So yeah, it's been a very difficult, not even just past few weeks, but summer in general. Having to decide to give Gen back to the breeder, Brian losing his childhood friend to COVID, a couple things that happened in my personal life that really affected me negatively and my mental health and well-being, and recovering from that and dealing with the lasting effects of that. And then of course losing Riva, and that was very out of nowhere. We don't really know why, or I don't know. It's not really something that anyone's gonna get anything out of me talking about because she's already gone, and we didn't do anything wrong. So it's not really much of a learning experience or anything like that. It's just the nature of having ferrets, and they are extremely fragile and they can be gone in a split second. Some of you were concerned because in my tribute video to Riva, I said that I would likely not be getting any more ferrets, and this is something that I have been tossing around in my head for a couple months now, just because from losing Howl at such a young age, and then Tanji very randomly, and then now Riva very randomly, I just can't keep doing it anymore. And Remy and Riva I adopted not too long ago. I took them on, but like, and it doesn't mean I love them any less than my original ferrets, you could call them, like Patsu, Appa, and Momo. But like Patsu, for example, holds a very, very large space in my heart and in my life. I strongly believe that Patsu is my heart animal, my soul animal, and he is just like, we're connected on a whole other level. I've had hundreds of animals go through my life, whether it be like permanent family members, animals that I've leased, like horses, working at various animal jobs. I'm a pet sitter. I do it every single week, work with other people's animals and all different types of species of animal. I can say for certainty that Patsu is 1 in a million, and when he goes, I am not going to be okay. He just turned 4, and so he's 4, Remy just turned 4, and Appa and Momo will be 4 in November. So they're all kind of getting up to the middle age point, and it's very stressful. And obviously they're very, very healthy and haven't had any issues really. It doesn't seem to matter. You know, Riva was a very healthy ferret. She never had any health emergencies or even ever really gotten sick. For it to just happen out of nowhere, and we did everything we could. The vet reassured us that we did everything right and brought her in at the right time, etc. It's just sometimes even like the stress of being at the vet overnight and getting tested on is just too much for your ferret. That did happen, and I was extremely depressed. I think for the first time ever, really, I experienced true depression, and it was not fun. I didn't have the motivation or energy to do much of anything. I didn't eat for a couple days. I could barely get out of bed, and I felt like this really extreme sense of dread and like, I don't know, like a couple months ago, I mean, I was raised pretty atheist. we were always allowed to have our own opinions and beliefs, but my mom is very not religious. She doesn't really want anything to do with that. But since like Howell and Tanji passing away and our friend, I have been kind of exploring my faith and what I believe in, and maybe there is something more out there. Maybe I will get to be reunited with my animals down the line. This happening and just thinking more on like, well, why? You know, like, what did I do, or like, what did our friend do that made him deserve, you know, that ending? I try to be a good person and a good citizen and help others and take on things, and then it seems like when it comes my time to pray for something, like pray for Riva to come home healthy and safe and sound, and our friend who I prayed for every single day, he was in the hospital, but I don't know. Long story short, I'm struggling with my faith, so I'm kind of back to where I was, which is, it would be really nice if there was something else out there, but right now it just doesn't really seem like there is. I think it would be different if I was raised with those values, because then they would be kind of more ingrained, not necessarily in a bad way, but it's just something that I know more about. I have more knowledge on the subject and like the whys and the answers to things. But because I don't, it's kind of like, this makes no sense to me. And I know that there's been a lot of good that has been happening. We have a roof over our head. We're not going hungry. The other animals are healthy and fed and whatnot. We have Riva's remains back. We made her a little spot up there. And I'm so happy that 2 days from now, Iroh is finally moving to the new barn. It has been a long time coming, and it has been tough to find someone to move him, because as you guys know, I don't have a truck and I don't have a trailer, which really sucks. So I thought it would be easy to find someone like at my barn who would be willing to do it, and I had someone who had offered a bit ago, like if we ever were gonna move, that they would help. And it's just been a big back and forth of plans falling through. I literally just need like an hour of someone's time to help me move him to the new place. And then we had someone, and she fell through last minute, like literally today, and we're moving him in 2 days. But thankfully another person I used to board with offered, so that's good. But like it's been so stressful trying to find someone to just move my horse for me, and he's such an angel on the trailer. So he really just needs this and nothing else, and then we'll be good to go. Like, just get me out of there, get us in a new place. Like, I'm not gonna talk really about the specifics of, I don't know, all the reasons why we're moving, because I mean, you never know. I don't want to burn bridges. I don't want people that I know in my real life to watch this video and then like cause all this drama, because I really don't want that. I really just want to move my horse and kind of just do our own thing. And I'm so excited to see him thrive, because he's not in the best condition right now because of a couple different factors there at the barn, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing him fatten right back up like when I got him from the rescue, and just look his best and feel his best and be able to roam and run on acres and acres and acres of land, 2 other retired boys to romp and play with and keep him company, and just be in this absolutely beautiful facility, beautiful barn, have his own stall that he can choose to go in and out of whenever he wants to, with his own food that he doesn't have to fight anyone for. Like, this past time that I went to see him, the clips that you saw, I went to go see him, and he had even more just bite marks and scrapes and cuts all over him. And he is not a problematic horse whatsoever. So he's not like pulling through, you know, trying to get through the fence or bumping into things. Horses are deliberately doing this to him, and he is just getting bullied to no end. I've seen it happen, and I know that it's happening because the evidence is very clear on his body, and I just feel so bad for him, you know? And I always thought it was really cute that I would come out to the barn and he was always so eager to get out of the paddock. Like, oh, you know, my horse really likes being around me and being, you know, learning new tricks and doing liberty training with me. He always comes to the gate. He is always very eager to come in when he sees me pull up to the barn. But really, like, that could be, a lot of that could be because he doesn't feel safe or comfortable there. And Alphonse is doing great. as you can see. You wanna show your face? Show your face, kitty. He's still a little crazy kitten. Oh, he's still a crazy kitten. And he purrs all day long. Oh my god, I had a very serious poison ivy outbreak on my skin, like all over my face, my neck, my arms. It's still really, really itchy, but I had to go to urgent care and get medicine for it. And I'm like, really, like, this is just the cherry on top. The cherry on top of things. I'm just kind of focusing on work right now, making money, because I owe the vets even more money now. So that's great. I'm just really trying to stay positive, because I really need to do that. I really need to just stay positive and not fall into dread again and not fall into a spiral. I hope all of you are doing so well and your animals are happy and healthy, and I'll be back with another update soon. And continuing on with these vlogs, because these vlogs are very important to me and my family, and to be able to have them for years to come to watch and look back on and see what our life was like and what we were doing, and capture these moments and memories so that we have them forever. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next clip. Good morning, everyone. Tomorrow's the big day. We are moving Iroh to his new barn. I wanted to clarify that he is still my horse. I'm just moving locations with him. Probably hear Alphonse in the back because I'm bringing him to my parents' house, because when I'm gone for a couple hours, I tend to like to leave him at my parents' house just so that he still gets attention, because he is still a kitten. Attention needs are higher than that of an adult cat, and he gets all that enrichment and stimulation. I'm picking up Lily right now. She's gonna help me pack up the van and give Iroh a much needed bath. And then I have to go through all my stuff, because more than half of it I haven't even touched since bringing Iroh to the barn. I need to kind of declutter, take the things out that I know I'm not gonna be using anytime soon, and put it into storage. All clean.
Yep. I need to get his booty. Oh, bad break.
So we've got just a couple bits and scrapes. Okay.
Hi.
Those aren't mine. You're running in the background. I think I've done a pretty good job. I've narrowed it down to these items that are going to go into this, which is my downgrade. And I just need to decide which stable sheet to bring and which quarter sheet to bring, which I don't even honestly really use that much, so who knows. And kind of fit everything that I don't use in there in here. Alright, and we did it! Everything is going to fit in this one tote, except for the grooming stuff and the bathing stuff will have to be outside of the tote, but we did a pretty good job. Right, Lil?
Yep. He's normally the active one, now he's the snuggle one.
He's grooming himself.
Looks like he's having a bad dream or something.
Today's the day we are moving Iroh. It is Monday, Labor Day, happy Labor Day. It is another very gloomy, very wet day. It feels very fall past few days. I've got all of his supplements prepared because I still have all those tubs of supplements and I'm trying to get through. Hopefully, once he starts getting back up to health, he won't need as many. I'm trying to pack in those calories, pack in those nutrients, because he is not currently getting that at his current situation. I'm a little tired. It's gonna be a long day because driving to the barn is like 40 minutes, and then driving from that barn to the new barn is going to be an hour, and then driving from the new barn back home is going to be another 40 minutes. So it's going to be a long day. Lily's going to come along for the ride to help us move him. I'm expecting some funny business just because he's going to a brand new place. He's going to be fresh whenever Iroh goes on the trailer, and whenever he gets off the trailer he's really excited and ready to run around. I picture when he's going to go out with them, he is going to either start running or eating grass immediately. I'm really excited and I can't wait to show you guys. I'm a little bit tired.
My upstairs neighbors at my apartment decided to get a drum kit, so that's been great. For hours on end, every day, the same drum pattern over and over and over again, trying to master something. Right above our heads until 10 o'clock last night, and then at 10 this morning. Just been hearing the same patterns go through my head over and over again.
Well, it was a very successful day. I'm finally home. It's been a long day. 7 o'clock and we've been out since 11. Brought Iroh to the new farm and he had so much fun. He is already settling in. He went right to exploring. I actually saw him canter in the fog and it was so beautiful. Obviously, his one pasture mate, Ben is his name, and he is a little rowdy, a little rambunctious. I think he's a little younger than Iroh, but he was just really excited to have a new horse in his herd. The other one, Lute, is an older gelding, and they were getting along just fine, and everyone kind of settled down after a couple minutes of running and romping and playing. I have a bunch of cute photos and videos of them playing out there. Probably see him again on Wednesday, and then probably over the weekend. Alphonse is going crazy. It's like, Mom's home! Mom is home! Oh! What are you doing, kitty? He realizes that I'm over here. Pazu! I have to sweep and do the floor. Oh my gosh. Hi, buddy. There's Mr. Alphonse. Did you have a fun day? Probably sleeping all day. Sleeping all day. He's already purring. He purrs so much all the time.